Okay, so once again, we have a software question that's going to be a lot of fun to answer because I love these software questions, mainly because, I learn more about the software and learn new tricks myself. And also it just shows how powerful Shortcuts a lot is for designing. So the question was, how do I put, a phrase onto a letter? I learned a lot. And first, I want to thank Sandra Create in Spain for telling me the fastest way to get the letter S in shape to work. So what happens is it doesn't work if you just type the letter S. Instead, you need to get it into what I call vector format. And the way you verify is that when you come over here and you click on this shape tool, okay, and then you come over here, you'll notice that I'm not bringing up any nodes. And so the way I was converting it so that I could see it was like 3 steps, but you can make it much faster than that. Just go to regular select mode and go to object break apart. Now, even though, there's nothing really here that seemingly is being broken, that's what makes the difference. And so now then when I come and I click on, the shape tool and I select it, now I see the nodes. Now I know it's going to work. All right. So then the way to do it, and again, this is where your layers panel is really, really important. Make sure your text, whatever text you have, is above the letter. Well, I'm not putting that text on this S. I'm going to put this text on top of this S. So I need to drag this up, straight up, okay, so that now then that this text is above this letter S. All right. Then I can select both, okay, and I can come over to Effects, Object on Path, click on Auto Preview, and you can see it show up. And then it's a matter of just playing with these settings according to what you want. So I'm going to, I'm going the wrong direction. So of course you always have to kind of play with it to see what direction you need it to go. But as you can see, as I'm holding down my mouse on the start offset, it's moving that text around the curve. Now, of course, you might want your text to be bigger, makes sense, so it fills up more. You don't want it too big or it gets too squished up, in the tight curves and stuff. But this is, essentially that's one of them. The other one is that I want to bring it outwards. So over here on this offset, I can either start here and just mark this on the bottom. You can do that, that's fine. Or if you leave it in the middle, and then you can use this offset to move it out where you want it. So again, choices. Lots of choices. There's also, this is a really amazing window. This is one of my favorite features. So there's a lot of other things you can do. So as there's, other questions that come up, you may see me come back to the same window and use some of these other settings according to what someone needs. But so that's that. But I want to do a second one too. So I click on OK, and now, I've got my text here. Now that the difference, and this is something that I needed to show you because the letter A is different. And the reason it's different is because of the fact it has an interior shape. The S doesn't have an interior shape, the A does. Also, another kind of quirk about Object on Path is that it won't work if there's any holes in the letters like this, like an interior path essentially. So what you do need to do, since you're going to be breaking apart, go ahead and do your object break apart. Okay, you don't see that hole is still there. Okay, so it's all's good, it's still there. Go ahead and then select your text, make sure it's above the letter, which it is, and then I'm going to hold the Shift key and just select that outer shape of the A. Okay, then I go to Effects, Object on Path, I click on Auto Preview, and I see it show up. And then again, just play with the start offset until you get the word exactly where you want it. Now with these kind of sharp corners, this is where you really kind of want to pay attention to how it looks. Does it look right? Are you happy with it? And you might also want to go ahead and move the offset outwards if you're planning on doing it that way anyway, having it along the edges versus having it, kind of overlapping. Now, if you want to weld this text to the letter, then obviously you would want to have that overlap. But I'm not planning on doing that because that wasn't part of the original problem statement. All right, so how about we could put up, let's see, straight, how do we get up? I don't know. I mean, I'm not much of an artist, to be honest, so I don't know which looks better or not, maybe that, whatever. But then once you get that done, then you click on OK. Now you can come back and select the two shapes, right? Or I can just come over here because it's still the original shape, just select that and then go to Object Merge, and that brings back the middle of the A. So that's something that's required. So keep that in mind. But otherwise, that's basically how it works. And like I said, this particular function, Object on Path, has many, many, many applications. It's my one of my favorite. I can't say it's my favorite because there's a lot of things I love in this software, but it's definitely one of those that has a lot of applications. So keep that in mind. And of course, I use this software all the time, year after year. So I have the advantage of being able to know what different things are available for you. So never hesitate to post on the groups and say, hey, how do I design fill in the blank? And I'll be all over it. Sandra will be all over it. Liz will be all over it. Paul will be all over it. We love questions like that.